Whitney Nicely, and I am the queen bee around here. You are in Become a Real Estate Rockstar with Whitney Nicely. And to give you a quick introduction to me, I have been flipping houses since '09 with my parents, but in 2014 I branched out on my own and did 14 deals in 2014. In 2015 I flipped 6 houses and planned my wedding, and in 2016 I kept buying houses. So as of today is July 12th, 2017, I've done over 54 creative financing deals. So lease options, subject to, owner financing, wraps, anything besides bank financing and using my credit, I've done it. All right. And as of today, I've kept 19 houses as of right now. I've got 19 apartment units, and I've got a whole bunch of random chunks of land all across East Tennessee. I am in Knoxville, Tennessee, and I buy in East Tennessee. All right. So that's a little bit about me, and that's why I'm talking about real estate, because I've done so many different kinds of deals, and I love to talk about real estate. I am all real estate all the time. I've got a podcast, All Real Estate All the Time with Whitney Nicely. You can check that out on my website, whitneynicely.com. I've got lots of introductions to real estate. I feel like I am the beginner coach for anybody who's wanting to get into real estate, because I've been investing. I went from nothing, zero and no experience in 2014 to owning almost 50 doors in 2017. So I've been investing on my own for 3 years, and I still remember what it was like to go talk to that first seller and get the first contract. A lot of people that you talk to, they've been investing for longer than I've been alive, and they just cannot remember what it was like. Or they're not still actively buying. I still actively buy. I still actively go through, my seller lead sheets. I call on sellers. I deal with all off-market properties, even though I am a broker. And I just do real estate. And I love real estate. So I've created this group so that I can help teach other people that real estate is not complicated. It's actually really fun. And it is like the number one way to get ahead in life is to start buying real estate, and buy in little chunks. Don't put your whole life savings into something. Don't go to the bank and have them pull your credit and tell them that you're unqualified, because you are qualified. A living, breathing person who has the desire to buy houses and be an investor has more than enough opportunity in America to go buy properties, all right? There's enough empty houses in America that every homeless person could have 2. All right, and most of those houses are free and clear. And I can teach you how to set up an owner financing deal on that. Most of you are in areas that if you drive around hard enough and long enough, you'll find 10 or 15 empty houses. All right, and I've got a worksheet, I've got a video series to help you find empty houses. And then I teach a program so that I can teach you how to make offers on these empty houses, and how you can negotiate with sellers so that they are more inclined to go with a creative financing situation. Because I'll tell you this right up front, if you go talk to a seller today and you say, hey, I'm in this girl's group and she says that I can buy this house with no credit and no banks, will you do that with me? They're probably going to say no. There's a strategy to doing creative financing deals. There's a strategy to lease options. There's a plan that you got to put into place to get owner financing deals. You got to know when's the best time to do that. All right, so over the next couple weeks while you're in the group, I hope you start to get a taste of how easy real estate should be. All right, people make it way more complicated than it needs to be. You have a seller who wants to sell something, you're a buyer who wants to buy something. All we got to do is get it together. All right, so I'm here to help you break this down and see how easy it is to get these deals done, even in your hot seller's market. And I promise, if you can get these strategies in place while we're in a hot seller's market, When that thing cools off, you're going to be the best investor in town. You're absolutely going to be the best investor in town. And let me tell you this too, because a lot of people are really nervous to get into real estate investing because there's all these big companies and there's all these investors that have been in their town for, 30 years, and you don't have any contacts and you don't have any private money and you've got all these problems. Guys, it's no problem. All right. Last week was July the 4th, and my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, they've got a condo at Panama City on the beach. So my husband and I took his kids to Panama City, hang out with grandma and grandpa, for a couple days, and we got to see the fireworks on the beach. And as we were sitting there watching the fireworks, it was really cool because I'd never been 4th of July on the beach until this year. We're sitting there in those, really hard wooden chairs that they leave on the beach all night. And we're close to a pier. And then probably, a mile on down the beach, there's another pier. But we could see both the piers very clearly from where we were sitting. And right at 9 o'clock, those piers started shooting off big professional fireworks. And they were gorgeous. And they were almost like perfectly in sync with each other. And it was just, oh my gosh, I mean, you've seen professional fireworks, right? Like, it's the ones that make you go, ooh, and ah. But while the piers were shooting off professional fireworks, all these rednecks on the beach were also shooting off fireworks. And they were pretty too. And they'd spent good money on them too. And, there was some bottle rockets, which wasn't really exciting. But as you were just looking down the beach in both directions, okay, you could look in both directions. The piers were on this side, but there were still some professional ones way on down that way. But as I was looking at it, I thought, this is the perfect example for why investing is so cool. Because, there's going to be the professional guys out there on the pier who have spent way more money than any of us could really imagine. And it's still nice to watch, at me as an investor, it's still nice for me to watch those professional investors shoot off their fireworks. And it's so perfect. And they've got their system and they've got this other stuff going. And, it's like amazing. But then as I'm looking at it, I'm also really enjoying the ma and pa investors who also spent good money, and maybe they go boom, 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 and they buy a bunch of stuff. And maybe there's just one little, new kid on the block, and he's got those bottle rockets, and he's just shooting poo every year, just once a year, all right? But then there's others, and they're buying one a month. And guys, there's enough room in the sky for all these fireworks to be going on. And there's enough investments available for all the investors. All right? There's always going to be the professional guys who have more experience, more time, more money than you. But there's always going to be mom and pa investors who just do their own thing. They just do their own thing. And there's always going to be the new kid on the block who's out there just, trying to get one deal a year. Just trying to get one little firework up in the sky. And it all comes together in this beautiful experience. But most of the people on the beach are just sitting there taking it all in. They're not actually getting out and shooting off their own fireworks. They're not actually getting out and buying houses. They're not getting out and making offers. They're just watching. And I love action takers. I love people who are going to watch for a minute and then go get their own. Maybe they're going to go just get a sparkler and just get started. Maybe they're going to, go up the firework and up the investing, tadpole. But they're going to get out there and they're going to try it. And that's what this group is about, all right? You can lurk for a little bit, but one of the questions that I asked when you came in is, lurkers don't make landlords. Are you going to participate? I need participation out of this group. I need you to learn and then go out and implement. I need you to take action, all right? I've got a whole course. If you need more than what you're getting out of this group, let me know. Send me a message. Let me know if you want to do a one-on-one. Let me know if you want to come to one of my workshops over a weekend. Like, I am here to help you, to make you as comfortable as possible with real estate investing, so that you'll take action and get out there and become your own firework. All right? And one of the things about the fireworks, I hear this example with the flowers, if you look at a garden of flowers, one little flower isn't worried about what the other flower is doing. It just blooms and blooms and blooms. And this one just blooms and blooms and blooms. And that's the same with the fireworks. The fireworks, they go out and they're beautiful and they do their own little thing. They're not worried about what the firework after them's doing. They're not worried about what the firework next door is doing. They just go and do their own. They make their own boom. They make their own show. And that's exactly how it is in investing. Don't worry about if your deal is better than somebody else's. Make your deal the best you can do for you, and then go do another one. And keep on going. And guys, in this group, I have tons and tons and tons and tons of videos. I post up worksheets. I've got all sorts of stuff. And I'll hop in here as much as I can. And if you have any kind of question, guys, you can put it in this chat right here, or you can just post it up on the wall and say, hey, Whit, what's going on? Hey, Whit, somebody said this to me. Hey, Whitney, what's going on with this? What does this mean? What is that? Can we learn more about, whatever? Let me know so that I can make this group the most powerful real estate investing group on Facebook. All right, if y'all have any questions, please let me know. Please come in, make friends, make contacts, get deals done, work together, ask questions, collaborate, communicate. Let's make this thing happen. Let's all be a big fireworks show and do our own deals, make big money, make big booms, and help sellers get rid of problem properties that they don't want. All right, y'all let me know if you have any questions. I'm here for you. I'm going to pin this at the top, so, as new people come in, let them know that this is the first video they need to watch, and then, surf through the rest of the group. We're going to have, weekly challenges. I may do some special events with some other coaches that I'm friends with. If you have any questions, you want to talk to me one-on-one, you want to get into a program, you want to see what kind of products I have, go to whitneynicely.com. Everything's there. If you saw me on a podcast or heard me on a podcast, let me know that too, so I can send that podcast host a thank you. All right, that's all I got for right now. And if anybody has anything they need from me, post it in the group. Feel free to tag me, and we'll get your questions answered, get you out there, and get you investing. Bye, y'all.